Hey everyone, Caius here. Today's video, I'll be going over the best Nintendo handheld console. Now this is just my personal opinion, so if you don't agree, that is okay. Please tell me in the comments what your favorite Nintendo console is. One more thing, in this video, I will be excluding the different versions of the Nintendo DS. I'm just going to be talking about the DS Lite when I say Nintendo DS. And for the Nintendo 3DS, I will be talking about the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Because those are just the best versions of the DS and 3DS. So I'm not going to be talking about the DSi or the new 3DS. First, I have to name all of the Nintendo handhelds. First, there is the Game Boy. Then there's the Game Boy Color, the Game Boy Lite, the Game Boy Advanced, the Game Boy Advance SP, the Nintendo DS, the Nintendo 3DS, and the Nintendo Switch Lite. I am not including the Game & Watch consoles because those are old and I've never played one, so those are not in this list. First, I will take out the Game Boy because there's a Game Boy Color. The Game Boy Color is literally just the Game Boy, but with color. Next, I will take out the Game Boy Light, because the Game Boy Light is still black and white, and personally, I would rather have color over light. Plus, they did make a little worm light plug-in thing that you could plug into your Game Boy Color, so that way it would have light shining onto the screen so you could play in the dark. Now, that is not the best way to play, but I would take that over playing the Game Boy Light black and white, because I like color. Next, I will take out the Game Boy Color because of backwards compatibility. The Game Boy Advance, although it does not have a lit screen, it can play Game Boy Color and Game Boy games, plus, the Game Boy Advance games. And that's just a lot of good games on one console. Next, I will take out the Game Boy Advance because of the Game Boy Advanced SP. The Game Boy Advance is a little bit more comfortable, at least to me personally, but the Game Boy Advance SP folds up so the screen is protected. It has a backlit screen if you get the Game Boy Advance SP version 101. It has a front-lit screen if you get the Game Boy Advance SP 001. Both better than the Game Boy Advance that has no lit screen. And then the Game Boy Advance SP still plays Game Boy Color, and Game Boy Advance games. And it's, at least for me anyways, it's comfortable enough, so I like the Game Boy Advance SP more. Next, I will take out the Nintendo DS, because the Nintendo 3DS is just better. It can play DS games and 3DS games. And the Nintendo 3DS is bigger, it has a 3D slider, which it is a little bit of a gimmick thing, but you can just use that to have a 3D mode and you can choose how powerful you want it, so that's just kind of a fun thing. Now, let's not forget, the DS does have backwards compatibility. It can play Game Boy Advance games. But for me personally anyways, I just don't think that's quite enough to make the DS better than the 3DS. And so I would still rather have a 3DS personally. Okay, now what we have left is the Nintendo Switch Lite, the Game Boy Advance SP, and the Nintendo 3DS. Okay, so now I'm going to take out the Nintendo Switch Lite. Now, quick, don't freak out. Hear me out. I'm taking out the Nintendo Switch Lite because the Nintendo 3DS has better battery life, it folds up so you won't scratch the screen when you're bringing it places, and also it's just smaller and easier to bring around. And so, in that sense, for me, it is a better handheld console. Now with that, the Switch is still really good, but for me personally, I just believe that the 3DS is a better handheld. Okay, now all I have left is the Game Boy Advance SP and the Nintendo 3DS. I've sunk a ton of hours into both of these consoles. I love them both like crazy. But for me personally, I think my favorite Nintendo handheld would have to be the Game Boy Advanced SP. I have a lot of great memories playing it. There's so many good games. It can play Game Boy games, Game Boy Color games, and Game Boy Advance games. It's just got a huge selection of amazing games. Now, I'm not saying the 3DS is bad by any means or saying it has a small library, because it doesn't. It's a lot of great games. But I just personally like the Game Boy Advance SP more. Thanks so much for watching, everybody. That was my personal favorite Nintendo handheld console. If you don't agree with that, that's okay. Tell me in the comments what your favorite is. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like and subscribe and ring that bell. And I'll see you next time on Caius the Gamer. Bye-bye.